He wanted the attention for what he did. Give it to him. I'm not telling that man to shut up and rush the passer.
This is a Jump Doc alert. Ding, 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 ding. Must they run their mouths like that? So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
No, I'm telling him to do the opposite. I'm saying, speak up, Playboy. I can't really understand what it is that you're talking about, but I'd like to know a little bit more about your position. Could you tell me, please? Would you be willing to articulate those positions in front of the people that you work with?
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
Well, now tuned in to the Dark Times channel.
And so here we go again, back with another one. Welcome back to the Dark Times channel. And let's go ahead and dive right in. Recently, Nick Bosa of the San Francisco 49ers, defensive end, superstar defensive end, has been getting criticized, not for who he supports or for what he said, but what he hasn't said.
He wanted the attention for what he did. Give it to him. I'm not telling that man to shut up and rush the passer. No, I'm telling him to do the opposite. I'm saying, speak up, Playboy. I can't really understand what it is that you're talking about, but I'd like to know a little bit more about your position. Could you tell me, please?
Some discussion, you had a hat on that was not the hat you're currently wearing in the postgame. Why did you take that opportunity to make what appeared to be a political statement?
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
Yeah, he specifically said, I'm not going to talk too much about it. Yeah, so the post-game interview, he said, I'm not going to talk much about it, but I think it's an important time. But when Brock Purdy was doing his interview, he was all like, so I was like, why don't you just stick to that?
No, I dig that.
So, yeah.
49ers might be like, calm all that down, then go on your page with baby.
That's the brand you putting on for. And if that's the brand you put on for, hey man, that's your call. And you really good at football, and I bet you can fight, and all of that's cool. I'ma just ask you, would you be willing to articulate those positions in front of the people that you work with? And if you are, hey, that's what it is.
And truth be told, if it was coming from anybody else outside of Nick Bosa, probably wouldn't be an issue, because we saw it with a Tom Brady. Tom Brady was rocking with the Make America Great Again hat.
You might remember this image of a Make America Great Again hat inside Brady's locker. The Patriots quarterback has never officially endorsed Trump, but he has called him a good friend.
Nobody had an issue with how Tom Brady was going to vote or who he was going to give his support to. But Nick Bosa, they pretty much let everybody know exactly how they feel.
There's a lack of black leaders in society, discusses black-on-black violence, and Trump created more jobs for minorities. He replied, "Cap is a clown" to our guy Robert Littal's tweet, so, as one would do, Nick follows blindly in the bigoted footsteps of his father.
Strange to you to see the backlash?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why that would be taken in any certain way.
Why are you liking white nationalist pages?
Some of my tweets called our president a goat.
And so that's why a lot of people who may not like Colin Kaepernick may have an issue with how he chose to protest. They got to respect it. Because after Colin Kaepernick took that knee, he stood up there by his locker and answered questions for 20 minutes straight.
On our land. That's not right.
Colin, do you personally feel oppressed? Personally?
There have been situations where I feel like I've been ill-treated, yes, but this stand wasn't for me. This stand wasn't because I feel like I'm being put down in any kind of way. This is because I'm seeing things happen to people that don't have a voice, people that don't have a platform to talk and have their voices heard and affect change. So I'm in a position where I can do that, and I'm gonna do that for people that can't.
If your convictions are righteous and just, and you believe that what you stand for is honorable and good and decent, then you'll pull a Kyrie Irving.
But this is not going to turn into a spin-around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
You'll pull a Muhammad Ali.
White America right now is spending $30 million a day in Asia. Black and white boys are dying unjustly for nothing just to free somebody else. So why should I worry about going to little old jail to free my poor people who's been catching hell here for 400 years?
And so like most righteous individuals, I don't believe that anyone should be silenced. I think everybody should have the ability to speak their mind and get it off their chest. and shouldn't be vilified for doing so. But at the same time, if you're going to wave that flag, at least have the courage and the conviction to be able to speak about it. Because if you don't, it just comes across as cowardly. But I think that's going to be a wrap on this one. Let's try to keep the conversation going in the comments below, and make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. And as usual, peace, chaos.